and make lifelong friends and lifelong memories as part of the music department at Princeton.
It's a different kind of class than any other class they have during the day because they learn their individual responsibility of preparing their part, and they get to incorporate that with the class and learn teamwork skills.
Academic knowledge and skill, as well as like emotions that led to creativity. And you put all those three things together in music, and it becomes very powerful and really kind of magical.
The Pride of Princeton Marching Band is an experience unlike anything any student is going to get in any other music group or any organization they're a part of. There's nothing like being under the lights on a Friday evening and, cheering on the football team, but also taking on a part in a tradition that's been in Princeton for, upwards of 50 to 60 years now. When the kids join the group, I tell them, you're not just part of the band this year, you're part of a legacy of excellence that dates back to Princeton's origins.
Besides bringing all the aspects of music together, it forms a community among our students and our faculty where we develop very strong relationships with our students, relationships that last on and beyond high school, college, and in grown-up life.
I cannot imagine my life without music. I play the alto sax and I already know how to assemble the instrument, play the first 5 notes, and I'm only 11 years old.
I think the music program has really showed me how lucky I am to be in a school that really values the arts. Like, the music program at Princeton has just given me so many opportunities and has just emphasized how important music is in my life. I just get to learn every day what it is to be a leader and what it is to just be in this group setting where we all work together and we are able to create something beautiful, music, something that as we perform in concerts that the audience is able to enjoy.
I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the teachers, many different music teachers who really pushed me to do better than I could.
Seeing my kids, and I have 3 kids in the Princeton's music program, and seeing any one of the 3, let alone all 3, perform for Princeton is absolutely incredible. Couldn't be happier that my kids are involved in this stuff and feel so lucky that I'm able to help make that happen.
Little did I know that my kids would be performing solos, taking private lessons, and auditioning for prestigious groups.
Princeton music is and will always be something that unites. It's about providing these unique opportunities for students so that they could learn, so that they could grow, that they could experience through whatever creative means that they have.
But the most special thing about Princeton music is the way Princeton empowers students for college, career, and life success by fostering creativity, confidence, problem solving, perseverance, collaboration, dedication, and accountability. Those are the things that make up Viking Dip.
All right, hey guys, we got one school that just came in here, but real quick, I'm gonna do a quick roll call. So just raise your hand, you don't need to say anything. Glendale here, Glendale here, Glendale, great, great. Evendale, Evendale in the house. All right, Woodlawn, awesome. Lincoln Heights, they're at Lincoln Heights. Heritage Hill, awesome. Stewart, okay, so that's the bus that's coming in. Sharonville, awesome. Springdale. All right, so we have one more elementary school that's coming in. So as you guys get settled in, first off, I'm gonna make this reminder for the guys that came in here, and I'll wait for Stuart to get in here to kind of talk about it. But I'm Dr. Maxim. I am the building principal here at Princeton Community Middle School, all right? So I do want to kind of hold a little bit because I don't want to have to repeat much when we get the other elementary in here. That wouldn't be fair. So we're going to kind of hold a little bit until we get in here. And again, you guys are doing a great job. Now, this is a perfect example when you say, well, what's the biggest difference between like the middle school and my elementary school? The number one thing that hopefully you get to see is that, like, normally when you fit your class, it maybe takes up 2 rows. But when we have your whole 6th grade next year, this will be similar to what you guys are going to be doing as part of, like, when we have assemblies and stuff. So just wanted the guys to bring that. And it does show you, like, we're filling up all the way back up here with Stuart that's coming in here. Welcome, guys. All right, so welcome to Stuart as they're coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of start a little bit of what I'm going to do first. I want to do a couple introductions, talk about some things, let Ms. Brown speak, and then let you guys enjoy your concert, okay? So great job. Right now you are following Matthew's procedures, Matthew's auditorium procedures. That means that you're not talking, you're at level 0. Only the adults would be redirecting students to where they need to sit. There's no technology, there's no phone, there's no eating, and don't raise your hand to go to the bathroom because during the time here, we really have a short amount of time. So I'd like to remind you that, so when you get here next year, you're familiar with that. All right, now having said that though, I do want to do some quick staff introductions as you are coming in. All right, don't worry about where you're sitting because you're not going to be talking. So just don't even worry about that. I need your hoods off, and that hat's off. The reason we do that is we want to be good audience members and be engaged in what people are saying. Okay, so Mr. Workman, he's right there. So Mr. Workman is going to be your grade level principal. So when I'm the building principal, I'm in charge of the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Mr. Workman is in charge of the 6th grade when you guys come here. So he'll be one of the first people that you get to recognize. Miss Urban, who's a counselor, will also be your 6th grade counselor. Miss Hughes, and I'll introduce her a little bit afterwards, but she's going to be, she does a little bit with the transition because currently she's the 6th grade counselor, but she moves up with each grade. So just to give you an idea, like the difference in the size of the schools, for each grade level, we have a counselor, we have an administrator, and we have a grade level secretary. So not just a secretary for the school, but for your grade level. It just gives you a good idea of the differences in the amount of people. Now, before we get going, though, I do want to tell you about a couple things, okay? Number one, I'm going to be visiting your school, and I'm going to be talking to you about the summer camp that we have, okay? We offer a 3-week summer camp. It's the coolest thing in the world. We do STEM activities, hands-on stuff, sports camps all week. We're even getting to the point this year where we're going to tell you to keep your computers at home, and we're going to be having fun all the time at camp, all right? Doing really project-based learning, really fun stuff that you guys are going to want to be going to. Now, I bring that up now because when I go to your school to visit you, I'm going to go to your lunch or visit you at your school, and you're going to see me. And I'm going to have handouts there. So I want you guys to be prepared when I do that you can already say, oh, yeah, I know about the camp. The camp is for you when you come into the 6th grade. So number one, you get to know all these different people. We purposely put you in different elementary schools. That way you get to meet other people. So when you come to school, you will have a whole host of friends outside of your elementary school that you're sitting with. That's the whole purpose. Because that's the number one thing. I've been here 10 years as a principal. The number one thing students are concerned most about is meeting everybody and that it's going to be too big. So what we try to do is say, okay, we'll open up the school for 3 weeks. You can figure out where everything is. You can get to know everybody. You can have fun. And you're going to be ready for the 6th grade. Much better than people who don't come to the camp. So I bring it up, and I make sure to bring it up now so you can start asking. Like when your parents say, what can we do to help you prepare for the 6th grade? The best way is to go to this camp. It's a STEAM transition camp that has a lot of fun. We even pick you up from your elementary school, bring you here, and take you back. So we even give you a shuttle bus from your elementary school for this. So it's a great opportunity. And I will say, you absolutely, and any principal and any adult here will tell you, you can tell the difference of the kids in the 6th grade when they come to our camp. They know where everything is, and they know a lot of other students. All right, and they feel confident about the middle school, which is the whole purpose. So anyway, that's the camp, okay? Now, what you're gonna get into today is you're gonna hear some music stuff. You guys are gonna have choices, and you can talk to your parents right now. When people ask me, what is the best thing I could do to help my student, parents like to ask this, students too, get involved in music. Music will change your life. You'll learn creativity, you'll learn discipline, you'll get friends that you get to go, that you're in the same group. So I'm telling you, students, if you have any chance that you want to participate in any music event, be open-minded to it, all right? Enjoy the concert, ask questions. I'm gonna let Ms. Brown talk about this, but there'll be a try-it night where you get to come up here and get to try different instruments. Do it. Do it, and I say this again. When you come in here as a 6th grader, if you are involved in music or any of these extra programs, you will put yourself in a better position to be successful when you get to high school, okay? Which I know that seems crazy enough to even bring it up, but we have to think that way, okay? So having said that, I think I've had enough of your time, so I'm gonna go ahead at this point and let Ms. Brown take it from me. I'm really excited. Hey guys, just really keep an open mind and find something that you enjoy.
Welcome, 5th graders. We are so happy to have you here. As some of you, most of you got to see that video. If you didn't get to see the video before Dr. Maxim talks, we will make that video available to you. But as you saw in the video, and as Dr. Maxim mentioned, there are so many opportunities available to you at Princeton, and today we're going to talk about how to get started. Before we begin, I would like to see who's here, and Dr. Maxim made you be quiet, but I want to hear you cheer for your school. So if you are from Glendale, let's hear it. Where's my Glendale kids? All right, how about Evendale? All righty, Woodlawn. Lincoln Heights. Heritage Hill. How about Stewart? Sharonville. And Springdale. Awesome. Did I forget anybody or did I get everybody? All right. Okay, if I could have you back to level 0, that would be great. This is the kickoff to our instrumental recruit. That means that we are recruiting you to play an instrument next year in the 6th grade at PCMS. Today you're going to hear the 2 top instrumental groups from Princeton Community Middle School, the concert orchestra, which is currently seated on the stage, and the concert band. This will be an opportunity for you to hear how instruments sound together in a group. While you listen today, we want you to decide if you would like to learn to play an instrument next year. Many of you have played sports at some point in time. When you play a sport, you decide, yes, I want to be on the soccer team, or yes, I want to be on the baseball team. You decide to be on the team before you know what position you're going to play. This is what we want you to decide today. Yes, I want to be on the instrumental team. Your different sports teams use different equipment. Your soccer team requires different equipment than your baseball team. We're going to talk about 2 different instrumental teams today. The band team uses one group of instruments, and the orchestra team uses a different group of instruments. As you get older, there are a few instruments that can play in both groups. However, today we are going to talk about the instruments in the band and how the band sounds together, and the instruments in the orchestra and how the orchestra sounds together. We are going to start with the orchestra team. This is the Princeton Community Middle School Concert Orchestra under the direction of Ms. Holly Bates. Please welcome her to the stage.
Good morning, fifth grade. Good morning, buenos dias. There we go. Yeah, make some noise. I hope you all are having a fantastic start to your day. Like Miss Brown said, my name is Miss Bates, and I am one of 2 orchestra teachers here at Princeton. Behind me is our top middle school orchestra. Orchestra consists of 4 main instruments. The first being the violin. Raise them up, violins, raise them up. The viola. The cello. And the double bass, who are behind me, hiding behind me. Before we start playing, I think you all want to know what elementary school these guys went to, right? I know I do. So Zerabel, if you went to Evendale, raise your hand and make some noise. Make some noise. You guys can help them out too if you want. Sharonville. Lincoln Heights. Stewart. That's what I want to hear. Glendale. Springdale. We have a winner so far. Heritage Hill. Make some noise, Heritage Hill. And last but not least, Woodlawn. All right, before we show you guys what each of these instruments sound like on their own, we want to play you a song. Do you want to hear some music? I said, do you want to hear some music? All right, here's our Zero Bell Concert Orchestra performing a piece called Eclipses. I hope you enjoy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, ready, go.
Wasn't that awesome? Oh yeah. All right, it's time to introduce the instruments one by one. You ready? Are you ready? First up is the violin. The violin is the smallest member of the string family. Listen to the violin be played and let me know if you recognize the melody. Who recognized that melody? What was it? Smart group of kids. All right, next up is the viola. The viola looks like a violin, but it's a bit bigger. We like to call it our travel cello. Listen to the sounds of the viola. Those are your first two instruments, your violin and your viola. Next up is our cello. The cello is the second largest instrument of the orchestra. It's like a mini bass. You need to be sitting in order to play the cello, so our friend Akua is going to play a familiar tune. That was good, right? All right. Last but not least is our big, bad, super scary double bass. It's like a backwards giant violin. You can play the bass standing or sitting. When you learn the bass here, you have the opportunity to play in the jazz ensemble. All right, now that we've heard and seen all of the instruments of the string family, we're gonna play one final piece for you. While these students make their way back to their seats, let's review what we learned. What was the smallest instrument played? Shout it out. If you said violin, you give yourself a high five. Yeah. What instrument was like a travel-sized cello? 3, 2, 1. If you said viola, give your neighbor a high five. What was the biggest instrument in the string family? 3, 2, 1. Double bass. And last but not least, which instrument was like a tiny bass? The cello. If you got all four right, give yourself a pat on the back. Some smart noodles. All right, we're gonna play one final piece for you. It's called Fire in the Bow. I hope you enjoy. Don't forget, that was orchestra.
Okay, thank you for your patience while we did a stage change. I think we are ready now. Now it is time to hear the band team. This is the Princeton Community Middle School Concert Band under the direction of Mrs. Heather Hurley. I forgot I still had to talk. All right. I am Mrs. Kristen Brown, and I teach band here at the middle school. I am also the 6 through 12 music leader, and I am going to introduce you to the different instruments of the band. The band is divided into 3 main sections: the woodwinds, brass, and percussion. The flute, which is made of metal, is a member of the woodwind family. The flute plays the high notes in the band. The oboe and its big brother, the bassoon, are also members of the woodwind family. They produce sound by setting 2 reeds into vibrations. That's why they are sometimes called double reed instruments. Let's listen to the flute melody again with the bassoon joining in. The clarinet is up next. It is made of wood and is also a member of the woodwind section. It produces sound by vibrating a single reed into vibration. The saxophones, which are made of brass, are also members of the woodwind family. They come in various sizes. The alto sax is the highest in pitch. A little larger, the tenor saxophone is next. Larger still is the bari sax, and it is the lowest in pitch of the saxophones. Now let's listen to the entire woodwind section. The brass section is next. The trumpet produces sound by buzzing the lips. The vibration starts the air in the instrument in motion, which produces the characteristic trumpet sound. Pushing the valves changes the pitches or notes as the trumpet plays. Let's listen to the heralding sound of the trumpet. The next member of the brass section is the French horn, also just called the horn. It produces its sound the same way as the trumpet, but has a different sound. Listen to the beautiful sound of the French horn. The trombone is the next member of the brass family. It produces sound the same way as the trumpet, but the trombone player changes pitches by moving the trombone slide. The baritone is next. It is played like a trumpet, but it plays lower sounds more like the trombone. The tuba is the largest and lowest sounding brass instrument. Similar to the other brass instruments, the tuba produces sound by buzzing the lips and changes notes by pushing down the valves. Let's listen to the entire brass section. The percussion section is next. Drums produce sound by striking the drum head with a stick, with mallets, or with the hand and/or fingers. Keyboard percussion instruments like bells and xylophone produce sound by being struck with mallets. Other percussion instruments are used at different times in band as well. These include triangle, tambourine, woodblocks, and cymbals. Now let's hear the percussion section together. Now that you know about the instruments that make the band, let's put them all together in the song that signifies Viking victory, Go Princeton Go. Feel free to put your hands together and clap along. next selection, the PCMS Concert Band proudly presents The Incredibles. Experience the thrill of the iconic soundtrack that brings the beloved animated superheroes to life. From heart-pounding action sequences to heartwarming moments of triumph, this performance promises to be an unforgettable journey through the power of music. Let's celebrate the magic of music together with The Incredibles, arranged by Paul Murtha and performed by the PCMS Concert Band. Okay, next in this journey of choosing an instrument, middle school music teachers are going to come visit your general music class at school. We will show you a video, give you a chance to ask questions, and take the next step in choosing an instrument. But the most important part of this process is coming to Try It Night. Has anybody heard about Try It Night? Raise your hand if you've heard. Thank you. On April 3rd, from 6 p.m. till 8 p.m. in the PCMS cafeteria, you will have the opportunity to try instruments, and Buddy Rogers Music is providing the disinfectant processes to provide this option for band instruments. Your teachers will have, in just a moment, a backpack flyer for you to take home today or in your take-home folder, whatever day that is. Please make sure to share this flyer with your parents so that they can mark their calendars. So this is what our flyer looks like this year. We got them done in color. It's really exciting. And could I have a representative, one representative from each school? I need Glendale, maybe one teacher or one student. Glendale, Evendale, Woodlawn, Lincoln Heights, Heritage Hill, Stewart, Sharonville, and Springdale. Glendale? Yes, that'd be fabulous. Thank you. Okay, we are almost done. So your teachers now have this. They're going to take it back to school, and they're going to get it to you one way or another this week. You want to take this home and share it with your parents. You don't have to come to Try It Night, but it really is the best way to choose your instrument. When I was in the 5th grade, I thought that I wanted to play the flute. And I went to my Try It Night at my school 100 years ago. And I went straight over to the flute station because I knew I was going to play the flute and I didn't need to try any other instruments. And I went to the flute and I picked up the flute and I couldn't really make a good sound. And I thought, this isn't what I expected. Maybe I should check out some other tables. And I made my way around the room and I ended up at the trumpet table. And when I picked up a trumpet, and I didn't think that I wanted to play the trumpet, but when I picked up the trumpet and tried to make a sound, I got a sound out right away. And look how that worked out for me. I've now had a 33-year career as a music educator. So I'd say that was a pretty good decision back in the 5th grade. But the point is that we're teaching you and showing you all these instruments, and you're starting to get an idea of what you would like to play, but you're really not gonna know until you get to Try It Night. But you don't have to come to Try It Night. You can still sign up for an instrument. Let me read to you a couple things on here. So again, it's April 3rd, 6 to 8 p.m. Last year we had it in the Viking Village lobby and it was too crowded. So we have moved it back to the middle school cafeteria. So you're gonna enter the middle school main entrance, come right down the hallway, and then we've got the nice big space for you to move around and try the different instruments. The sign-ups for band, orchestra, and choir are gonna open on April 3rd at about 7 p.m., which is the night of the Try It Night. And we do that on purpose because we want you to try instruments before you sign up. And we will also be there to help your parents with the technology because it's a Google form. They have to sign up online. So we'll be there to help them with that. So you can sign up from April 3rd to April 12th. We take students on a first come, first serve basis. Some instruments have a limited number of spaces available. So if all the spots are filled, you have to select a different instrument. So we need some of the kids to play all of the instruments. We don't need all of the kids to play the same instrument. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need people to play all the instruments. So let me see who might be interested. So after hearing all the things that you heard today, you are going to stand up. You don't have to raise your hand. You're going to stand up and then sit down. So stand up if you think you might want to play the violin. Awesome. Stand up if you think you might want to play the viola. That was the bigger violin that made the lower sound. Nice. Who thinks they might want to play the cello? And it's okay if you stand up more than once, because you probably have a few on your brain. Thank you. How about the double bass? Anybody want to play the double bass? Okay, so that is one of the instruments that is limited in number, so you definitely want to come check it out at Try It Night. How about the flute? Anybody thinking about the flute? Nice. How about the clarinet? Is anybody thinking about the clarinet? Nice. How about the alto saxophone? Anybody want to play the alto saxophone? That is another one that is limited in number, so you want to make sure you get to Try It Night if you want to sign up for that. Those spots will go really fast. How about trumpet players? Do you have anybody in here that wants to play the trumpet? Fabulous. All right. Now we take just a couple of horn players, like 1 to 4 horn players. That was, Wesley stood up. He actually was a high school kid filling in for us today. Is anybody interested in that French horn? All right. So that's a lot, and that would be fabulous, but we are only going to take 1 to 4. So make sure you come to Try It Night and check that out. How about the trombone? We love to have lots and lots of trombone players. Fabulous. And finally, percussion. Yeah, so percussion is also limited in number. only 10 people will get to play percussion. So again, we want to encourage you to come to Try It Night so that you can try those things and that you can get signed up right when the sign-ups open at 7 o'clock that night. Is Mr. Hollowell, can you hear me back there? Could we show that, that video one more time, and then we are gonna be ready to dismiss to buses. It's only a 3-minute video, and Stuart didn't get to see it. So we're gonna show you that video one more time, and then we will dismiss you.
Princeton Music is a family. Students are able to find things that inspire them and make lifelong friends and lifelong memories as part of the music department at Princeton.
It's a different kind of class than any other class they have during the day because they learn their individual responsibility of preparing their part, and they get to incorporate that with the class and learn teamwork skills.
Academic knowledge and skill, as well as like emotions that led to creativity. And you put all those three things together in music and it becomes very powerful and really kind of magical.
The Pride of Princeton Marching Band is an experience unlike anything any student is going to get in any other music group or any organization they're a part of. There's nothing like being under the lights on a Friday evening and, cheering on the football team, but also taking on a part in a tradition that's been in Princeton for, upwards of 50 to 60 years now. When the kids join the group, I tell them, you're not just part of the band this year, you're part of a legacy of excellence that dates back to Princeton's origins.
Besides bringing all the aspects of music together, it forms a community among our students and our faculty where we develop very strong relationships with our students, relationships that last on and beyond high school, college, and in grown-up life.
I cannot imagine my life without music. I play the alto sax and I already know how to assemble the instrument, play the first 5 notes, and I'm only 11 years old.
I think the music program has really showed me how lucky I am to be in a school that really values the arts. Like, the music program at Princeton has just given me so many opportunities and has just emphasized how important music is in my life.
I just get to learn every day what it is to be a leader and what it is to just be in this group setting where we all work together and we are able to create something beautiful, music, something that as we perform in concerts that the audience is able to enjoy.
I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the teachers, many different music teachers who really pushed me to do better than I could.
Seeing my kids, and I have 3 kids in Princeton's music program, and seeing any one of the 3, let alone all 3, perform for Princeton is absolutely incredible. Couldn't be happier that my kids are involved in this stuff and feel so lucky that I'm able to help make that happen.
Little did I know that my kids would be performing solos, taking private lessons, and auditioning for prestigious groups.
Princeton music is and will always be something that unites. It's about providing these unique opportunities for students so that they could learn, so that they could grow, that they could experience through whatever creative means that they have.
But the most special thing about Princeton Music is the way Princeton empowers students for college career and life success by fostering creativity, confidence, problem solving, perseverance, collaboration, dedication, and accountability. Those are the things that make up Viking Dip.
Okay, we are looking forward to visiting you at your elementary school. We are looking forward to seeing you at Try It Night. And that concludes our assembly for today. So I will release you to the teachers that have brought you to exit out to your buses in a, oh, did you want to say something else? Okay, Dr. Maxim. To exit out to your buses in a calm and orderly fashion. Thank you.